slightly different style of box for you this time. How about doing an Envelobox? So this is one of your 3D envelopes. Now you can do that with your Ultimate Pro, because on your Ultimate Pro you've got this Envelobox step. So you can see it says Envelobox on the corner here. This is your Envelobox step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you in the instructions every size of envelope that you make. You can either do it as a regular envelope or as an Envelobox. So if I go to the Envelobox section, there we go. Here are all of your different sizes and here are the step-by-step instructions. So if we wanted to do, for example, a 6x6, yep. So you've got here 6-inch square envelope. It tells me I need a 24.5 centimetre square paper and I need to use line E, right? So I'm going to trim this to 24.5 centimetres. It's always a square. When you're making an envelope, you'll realise it's always a square. And we use line E, okay? So what you do, and for your envelope making, you always want that very, very small head embossing tool. And we're going to go into the edge here. We're going to go right up to the corner and you read down until we get to the letter E, okay? And you're going to score that E line up like this. Now, if we were doing a regular envelope, you would leave it there. However, when we're doing an Envelobox, you can see we've got the little step. So we come back into the corner and you go again in the little step, okay? So you can see we've got E line twice. Now you obviously won't do yours back to front upside down so everyone can see. You're going to do it in front of you. So let me show you. Go to the opposite corner, right into the corner, and you're going to score that E line. Then we're going to drop into the little step and make sure you've dropped into the little step on both sides. And we're going to do that E line again. Then on the opposite two corners, you need the same line again. So we do E, and we're going to drop into the little step. And we're going to do E, right around, E, and into the little step and E. Now, at this point, you're going to fold over each of those lines and just give it, you'll find you can give it a little bit of a rub in between your fingers. So just pop it over and rub it in between your fingers. And it'll find that crease. So can you see, in we go, give it a little bit of a rub and it'll find that crease. Same here, we just give it a little bit of a rub and it'll find that crease line. Then in the corners, you need to trim off. You'll see you've got those lines. We're going to trim into the corner and take out that little notch. So we're going into the corner, take out the little notch on all four sides. Now, when it comes to gluing it together, you're going to put tape down the bottom two flaps. And if you want a really great stick, I always recommend sticking tape to tape. So you can snip a little bit of tape on these two flaps here, so that when we fold over, we straight tape onto tape, and we've got a perfect Envelobox. And then if you want to do a little bit of fancy embellishment, you will see on the Ultimate, you've got all of these decorative embossing pieces. So all you do is you take the flap of your envelope and you go face down into the edge. For decorative embossing, you want your largest head embossing tool and just feel until you get into the line. Take that embossing round. And the good thing with embossing is it will only actually leave a mark where you've got that beautiful design underneath. You get that lovely embossed pattern on the flap of your envelope.